What's up, Spartans? Batman from TST Gaming here to keep you updated with everything Halo. And today we're talking about our thoughts on the first Fracture event for Infinite. But before we get started, please subscribe for more Halo content. Now, what I want to do first is talk about some of the pros of the Fracture Tenrai event, and then some cons, and then some suggestions for 343 to change it up in the future. So the first thing I liked was that they had a dedicated playlist that the event was based around, which was Fiesta. Fiesta is Slayer only, random weapon spawns, and equipment. So that was great. The XP bonuses were huge, which definitely entices players to play this. And I used double XP every time I was going for these challenges because they were just worth so many points. Also, the fact that it's free. So how can you complain about free? Well, with today's age, it doesn't matter if they paid you to play the game, you would still find a way to complain. I mean, no disrespect on that. Everyone has a right to their own opinion. I did like that there was a separate set of challenges specifically Fiesta focused in order to progress. Now, some of the things that were con for me was the fact that I wasn't clear on how to progress. I thought it was XP based because the challenges had XP with them. So I wish it was a little bit more clear on how to progress through it, that it was based on the 7 challenges that they gave you. And I wish it was more clear that you were only going to be given 7 challenges to progress this time around. And so that was kind of a con for me. I mean, I still got it done, so I'm happy with what I got up to this point. Now, another thing is challenge issues that I came across. I was trying to do these challenges to get to the event ones. I had to leave Fiesta to go to Quick Play a couple times because all my challenges were the regular challenges. And so I found myself having to leave the event playlist to go knock that out so I could get to the event challenges, which was definitely frustrating. The third thing, this is something that a lot of people have been complaining about, so this isn't a surprise, is the fact that the main Yoroi armor look that we saw at E3 this year was not the one that we get for free. We get the basic Yoroi armor that we level up, and that's what I thought would happen. You get this basic looking Yoroi armor, which looks cool in its own right, but you feel like it's going to progress throughout the event pass. And you get shoulder pads, you get a sword at your belt, and everything else is pretty much paid for. And it's expensive too, so that's the other thing, is the cost. Now on Facebook and one of the groups I'm a part of, they took the 2 main pictures used to advertise this as far back as June for E3, as well as the more recent ones that have the demon-looking helmet. What they need to do is have 3 separate lists: daily challenges, weekly challenges, and event challenges. Now, I understand they want you to be invested in that week and really play a lot. So with the 7 challenges, if that's the number they're going to stick with, which is fine, I think that's a good number to go for, make it longer. Not necessarily harder, but longer. Get 100 Spartan kills Fiesta. Win 10 matches of Fiesta. Things of that nature. Something that's going to make you have to play a little bit longer. Maybe not as hard. I saw people complaining about some of the challenges were too difficult and not fun to grind. And so if they toned it down in terms of difficulty and then just turned it up in terms of volume, you just get your buddies for the weekend and play the Fracture event and have a good time. You just get 100 kills. It doesn't matter how you get the kills. It doesn't matter if it's a bulldog, pistol, BR, rockets, whatever. And then you win X amount of games. So, I mean, let ranked be the sweaty playlist. I felt like Fiesta was so sweaty this week. The sweatiest I've ever seen Fiesta. Fiesta's always just been kind of a random game mode that is just fun for every once in a while. And I like that they did this for the event, but it was super sweaty. And then in June, they showed us this armor, and they called it the Yoroi armor, and they even sold a poster of it, I believe. And so this was really heavily advertised as the thing we would be chasing in Season 1's Fracture. And then, here we are in November, looking at the 30-tier event pass, and see that we get a Yoroi armor, but the helmet we actually end up upgrading to is the Yokai, not the Yoroi as we saw it. And so it feels a little bit like a bait and switch, where it's like, oh, hey, here's what you're going to get. Oh, psych, we're going to give you the Yokai armor instead. And I think one of the things I would give feedback for future Fracture events is give us a base armor like the Yoroi armor we can get now, and then let us progress throughout the season of upgrading the shoulder pads, the legs. Like, give us something for each thing, and then give us the helmet that we're trying to chase. The Yokai helmet should have been something sold in the store Whereas the Yoroi helmet from E3 should have been what's at tier 30 if that's what they wanted to do. Also, I know there were some complaints about how many double XPs and challenge swaps. I do agree, I wish there was a little bit more. And in terms of samurai event stuff, even if it's emblems, like just give us something a little bit more. Give us when you take away all of the double XP and the challenge swaps consumables, there's not a whole lot to this pass. It feels like we're grinding to get up there, and it just felt a little too padded. That is definitely a complaint that myself and others have had, that it feels a little too padded. I feel like if you want to throw one in every, like in 5 levels, I think there should be at least 3 Fracture Tenrai themed armor skins, weapon skins, emblems, whatever, something. And then the other 2 could be 1 challenge swap and 1 that. So you'd be like, it'd be every other one. You'd go, 1 is an emblem, 2 is a challenge swap, 3 is a weapon skin, 4 is a double XP token or double XP consumable, and then 5 is your shoulder piece. Something to that degree where it feels like they're there and you're getting them because it is nice to get consumables, but at the same time we don't need that many. And even what I said, that's a pretty delicate balance right there. And I understand that this is a free event. They want to make money off of these events. And me being a Destiny player, I see where they're headed. Having been a Halo player since the first game, and having been a Destiny player since Destiny's launch in 2014, I feel like they're trying to progress in a similar pattern that Destiny did in terms of customization, seasonal events, a store you can buy stuff. And I'm all fine with that, especially with the multiplayer being free, which I think is more important than not having paid items, because then it means we have a bigger player base. So those are just some of my thoughts on the event. Overall, in conclusion, I do want to say I had a lot of fun with this event. I liked that it was a dedicated playlist playing Fiesta. It did feel really sweaty in terms of a lot of people trying really hard to get some of these challenges. Instead of like I said, they should just give you the 7 challenges up front and only those 7 to work on. If you want, you can also work on your regular weekly challenges. You don't get any bonus thing at the end of the week for those 7. You just get your 7 points for the Tenrai pass. So let us know down in the comments below what you think needs to change for future Fracture events that would make you happier. And that's all we have for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching TST Gaming, and until next time, just play.